Hi, John here again. This is part 2 of the video that snapped off of what I was going through for today, the Tuesday, the 20th of August 2024. Just continuing on with these documents, 96 pages, and the pages that are out there already on the website, it's 62, I think it is. And so this is the addition to the end of it to make it complete. Now here I'm going into crypto a little bit. Michael Saylor, he's the Bitcoin, swears by crypto as a store of value, as cash, which is already fiat laundered money, origins, proceeds of crime, continuation backed up by washed up laundered money called Ripple Net Cash as a new US replacement of fiat laundered dirty money, fraud, Ponzi, pyramid, matrix, high return, high risk, elitist, hyped up, inflated store of value, fraud, crypto money scam game. So there's a link there. You can click onto that on those first lot of pages. And Warren Buffett, he's the old man that does stocks and bonds. His business assets are not crypto. You hope someone pays more for your business assets. Traditional safest risk, free stocks and bonds, real life honest tax systems of transparent accounting business practices, whereas the crypto and the US federal government is corrupted and fraud and will always have that legacy as corrupted, fraud, laundered money or proceeds of crimes that are laced with everything that's fraudulent. Hyperinflated XRP US federal government token, XRP crypto, and Coinbase and CoinDesk token crypto transfer through Ripple money transfer global exchange using the US federal government's global money transfer system software Ripple, and America, IMF, World Bank, new US dollar currency cash Ripple Net, and they're using XRP as the new cash conveying system of money, cash backed up by fiat money, cash laundered money that's been from put together from the original £1 note, fraudulent, unpatented, or not being given the royal assent of Westminster Parliament. It didn't go through Parliament to get that, which is make it legitimate, but it's not even legal at that, the way it's gone. Money backed by fiat, old US dollar, laundered money backed up as a commodity, cash inflated, dirty, washed up fiat, Ponzi, cash, pyramid, high risk, gamble, game, hype, frenzy, American dream, XRP, token, cash. There's the sites there. You can click onto those two Facebook sites that says something about it. Here's Jamie Dimon. Is correct to say that Bitcoin is a hyped up fraud, and you can see the videos there. I'll show you in a minute, if he's there, of what he's saying, Dimon. And so you'll see it in a minute when I come across it, and I'll open it up. There's the thugs there. All this lot, Exhibit 114, 12 of them that run the world. We own and run the Fed and banks. We are your enemy. There they are there, the names of them there. Lord Jacob D. Rothschild, Baron John D. Rothschild, David Rockefeller, Henry Kissinger, Paul Volcker, Lloyd Blankfein, his son Nathan Neal, Sir Evelyn D. Rothschild, Nathan Warburg, George Soros, Larry Summers, Ben Shulman. So there they are. Wealth, trust, and estate planning is cheap. That's what I'm doing at the moment. That Exhibit 150 is cheap is the right of a government to take ownership of estate assets or unclaimed property in the event that there are no heirs or beneficiaries. Escheat rights can also be granted when assets are unclaimed for a prolonged period. These situations can also be referred to as bona vacantia or simply unclaimed property. That's what I'm using in our MOAI Crown King William IV Native Magistrate Court, is this Exhibit 115 Escheat. And Exhibit 116, the concept of escheat, is that the property always has a recognised owner. That's what I'm saying. I am an owner of all this information that is now our Crown of England soil sovereign land. And they've got immigrants running Westminster Parliament that we want to get rid of them out of the Westminster Parliament and put it back into the Church of England, which is what I am the surrogate of the Church of England, Bishop Carr and Bishop Reverend Wanoa in the Church of England, which would be the state of federal government if no other claimant to ownership exists or readily identified. In the US, each state jurisdiction has its own laws and regulations governing escheat rights and related matters. We're doing exactly the same as MOAI, the state AI Federal Republic Government of Aotea, New Zealand and Pacific Islands. That's what we're acting as, our own self-government with a federal flag of King William IV to cement our title as the top of corporations in the world over US government's federal state flag that's been made in their own head. Ours been given by kings who created the law of mortgages to get you on the land in the first place, get you off the land the same way through the native land court of these emperor kings, of the law of mortgages and the law of banks and the law of debt instruments and creditor over the top of you debtors. Takeaways. Escheat refers to the right of a government to take ownership of estate assets or unclaimed property. That's us, the MOAI E-State AI Federal Government of Aotea, New Zealand, and now London and England, sovereign lands. We are there as the first party, and the natives of England are the second party behind our flag, because it's gone now into Frankfurt, Germany, and back to Scotland. Okay, estate rights are often determined through probate or other types of court proceedings. Well, we're using probate as us that are the living owners, landlords of all native lands in the world, 257 countries. Native lands are using the same 1862 Native Land Act of REWHAREWHA MANUKAU in the UETAUA, Pukekohe, east to west coast native land title as the native land court and its jurisdiction of native lands all over the world in the colonies. Exhibit 116 Escheat is the government's right to property if it remains unclaimed for any reason after some period of time. Escheat rights can be granted by a court, that's us, a court of law, the Native Magistrate King's Bench Court of Law of the laws of England, or given following a standard of period of time. In the case of death with no will or heirs, escheat rights may be granted to a state in a probate decision. So Westminster government has gone to the EU, and that leaves us in charge of Westminster and whatever happens with our landlords of England, which we uphold as the partner of this flag and the British flag partnership. Okay, that's Captain Cook and also Abel Tasman, a Dutchman, and King William III, Dutchman, and the Frenchman, King William I, or Richard I, as Richard the Conqueror, 1066 AD. That's our legacy of a continuation of sovereignty to the mortgage lien and bank notes. Enshrinement is the process of transferring assets to the state, which is us, the MOAI estate. Estate rights are often revocable. Reclamation rights can be extended into perpetuity, which is what we are, if no statute of limitation exists. No statute of limitation exists with us. This means that ownership of the estate, as us the landlord, all property assets could revert, does revert, shall revert to a lawful heir or owner should one turn up. We have turned up now and claiming our right to our native lands and its natural resources and kick the foreign government corporates off our land in the Beehive, Wellington, New Zealand. ASAP. Right away. Exhibit 119. US states also have processes and procedures for granting estate rights when property has been unclaimed for prolonged periods. So there we are. Heirs eligible to inherit and say assets intestate may include spouses, siblings, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, cousins, and potentially more distant relatives. That's who we are. Our connection to the Church of England and the landlords of England. That's it. And we are upholding our contract with the native sovereign people of England and not any other country. It's just England, where Westminster sits on England, sovereign's soil, native land. If a probate court finds no heirs or unclaimed assets in death, then a judge would grant estate rights to the estate. Estate may also incur if a will or trust is deemed defective. So Eddie Mitchell's trust is deemed defective in his 303 companies set up in Australia, jurisdiction, and their courts there, and their land titles are defective. As of now, I will seize all that property as our estate or our probate court. That's what we are as a MOAI estate, AI federal government of Aotea, New Zealand, and a republic at that. And against Eddie Mitchell Family Trust is deemed defective, and legal heirs to an estate cannot be readily identified. He can't be identified as the owner of those instruments that he's used to buy those properties with, and we will forfeit them back to us, the legal owners and legitimate authors of the instrument. Generally, identifying heirs in most interstate deaths foregoes the need for escheatment. However, escheat can also kick in if an individual's legal heirs are deemed incompetent. Eddie Mitchell and his Freemason and his barrister is incompetent to manage and inherit all of our property, and no other rightful heirs can be identified but us, the landlords of those instruments that he's stolen from REWHAREWHA AOTEA Limited in Singapore and took them to Edinburgh and claimed the money that didn't come out of his brain, and to put that together. If a rightful heir comes forward after estate rights have been granted, we have granted estate rights in our court just this last Saturday gone, on the 17th of August 2024, the property shall be given to such heirs as outlined by the laws in this court. Laws vary widely from state to state and may include a statute of limitations. We have no limitation statute that can make asset ownership rights irrevocable. So that's out, and we're taking over all the stolen property. And here, we'll go straight past here, down further, Exhibit 132, some states maintain online registries of unclaimed assets and dormant accounts, and register this information with the National Association of Unclaimed Properties Administration. So I'll get in touch with them. You can find unclaimed properties on its website there. I've already gone into that. And tracking him down and lock him in jail. And Alfred Mitchell, lock him in jail, and every other person that's affiliated to his corporation. Fraud of all the corporations in the world doing exactly what Eddie Mitchell is doing. Dodging tax and stealing taxpayers' money, and also stealing land of the original natives. Exhibit 133, however, reclamation is ultimately subject to state law, and states that institute a statute of limitation that restricts claims after a specific period. Statutes of limitation usually help protect states that sell assets or spend funds for their own use, making these assets less recoverable. Well, we're recovering something stolen from me and my company, and it belongs to the people of New Zealand. If a legal owner is identified, it can be reclaimed. That's what I'm saying. Exhibit 134, an account is an asset when there are no identifiable heirs to an account while I'm identified as the account holder, or no one claims it, we claim it as the real owner. The government then takes ownership. We take ownership, the MOAI, Crown, E-State, AI, Federal Republic Government of Aotearoa, New Zealand. If a legal owner is identified, which is me, and it can be reclaimed. We are reclaiming everything stolen by Eddie Mitchell and all the rest of the corporations in the world following the same deal as him. Exhibit 135. This sheets the right of the government to take ownership of the account if no one claims it or has a claim to it after the owner's death. Well, I'm still alive. Exhibit 136. Imagine that you had assets in a broker's account that you didn't designate beneficiaries for an account, had no will, and no relatives that these assets could pass to according to the laws in your state, according to the laws of England. If you died and no one else claimed the account, ownership will be passed to the government. It was already going into E-State, A, MOAI, Crown, King William IV, King William III, and King William I government authority. Escheatment is the right of the government to take ownership of account or other property when there is no apparent parent, beneficiary, or other entity that has a claim to it. We have a claim to it. The account or the property can be reclaimed. We are reclaiming it if someone emerges with a legal claim. That's me turning up with a legal claim, but the reclamation is generally subject to statute of limitations. No statute of limitations. To claim the funds, Exhibit 139, or assets, the designated owner or beneficiary must file a claim, which is what I'm doing. If the property is part of an estate, the claimant may have to prove their right to it. I do prove my right to it as the author of all the documents that went into the magistrate court in Scotland, that Eddie pinched the money. Exhibit 142, unclaimed property, is property that has gone unclaimed beyond a dormancy period. No, that he's already got the money, and that makes us legitimate and legal. The dormancy period is an amount of time after financial institution reports an account or assets as inactive up to when the government deems that it has been abandoned. For most states, the dormancy period is 3 to 5 years. When property is officially designated by the state as abandoned or unclaimed, it's not abandoned. It undergoes a process known as escheatment, where the state assumes ownership of the property until the rightful owner files a claim. I'm filing a claim. Okay, that's that. We'll carry on going. We're coming up to Exhibit 146. Types of unclaimed property include uncashed payroll checks, securities, inactive broken accounts, court funds, dividends, checking and savings account, estate proceeds. Before the refund is processed, they move and failed to disclose their new address to the tax authority, the refund is later processed and mailed to the last known address. To deter fraud, correspondence and payments from tax authority generally cannot be forwarded, so the refund check is returned to the issuer and becomes unclaimed funds. No, none of that, because I'm just going straight into it. No, unbeknownst to individual, Exhibit 162, in some instances such as unclaimed pensions, managed pension fund, no. 165, usually they're required to do so if the effort fails to locate the owner. Bank will contact the relevant state government and unclaimed property office. Exhibit 166 depends on your state's institution, laws and unclaimed property. Right, 168, individual can try to locate funds that may be owed by contacting the state offices and searching various databases. Missing money, National Association of Unclaimed Property Administrators, and there we're going there in Labrador, going to the Edinburgh Sheriff's Court and Justice of the Peace Court. ABN lookup, that's for the properties that Edie has stolen. Mitchell Family Trust, here they are, 303 of them, here. ABN lookup, you can go and look it up yourself. Exhibit 169, stolen US 17 trillion, 201 year New Zealand British Crown lease land contract. Mitchell Family Trust has stolen 17 trillion from over 1,000 trillion worth of lease land. Inheritance. Your search for Mitchell Family Trust found more than 200 matches. The top 200 current names with active ABNs are listed below, sorted by relevance. Use all ABN tab to list cancelled ABN names. Click on ABN to refine your search. So there we go. Mitchell Family Trust. Look, it's active on the left side. Active. Mitchell Family Trust. Mitchell Family Trust. Mitchell Family Trust. And on it goes. A.B. Smart and trustee for Mitchell Family Trust. A.M. Mitchell and D.C. Mitchell, the trust for Mitchell Family Trust. B.L. Hughes and G.R. Hughes, the trustee for Mac Investment Trust and trustees for the Family Trust, trustees for the William Family Trust, and B.J. and J.R. Mitchell, trading as the Mitchell Family Trust. Mitchell Family Trust, Mitchell Family Trust. See all the numbers on the left? Those are active companies. Mitchell Family Trust, Mitchell Family Trust, and on it goes. 303 of them. Mitchell Family Trust, Mitchell Family Trust, Mitchell Family Trust. See? Look what I'm showing you, people in New Zealand. You've got to go and get this man put in jail. All of you people in New Zealand, because he's stolen all this company with that 17 trillion and spent it on all these companies. Look, the trustee for Mitchell Family Trust, the trustee for Mitchell Family Trust, and trustee for the Beveridge family. The trustee for the Barnes Trust and trustees for the Radamovic Family Trust. The trustee for the Mitchell Family Trust, Mitchell Family Trust, Mitchell Family Trust, Mitchell Family Trust, the trustee for Darling Investment Trust, trustees for the Mitchell Family Trust. He's buried it all over the place. And the trustee for Ujiana Trust and trustees for Lord Phillips Family Trust and the To Me Family Trust. The trustees for Mitchell Family Trust, and on it goes, on and on. Recorded, extracted 18th of August 2024. That's the date that I pulled these out and put them there. And I pulled them out before in the last court hearings. The trustee for Mitchell Family Trust, the trustee for Mitchell Family Trust. On it goes. Numbers on the left of all the companies that are active in different areas in north, east, south, west of Australia. All these companies, when you go there, you can see which area they're in. Northern region, western region, Southern Region and the Gold Coast. Matching names, yep, trustee for the Mitchell Family Trust, trustee, Mitchell Family Trust, all the way down, recorded, extracted 18th of August, and on it goes. And that's 17 trillion you're looking at in these three sticks here. Okay, these three sticks here. That's all that being taken from all this information that I gave Eddie to take to Edinburgh Magistrate Court and the government in Scotland to check if we have if I have a legitimate case for the Moriori Rewhare for Manukau and Te Waikato Wharehere Manukau. And there we are. That's penalties for illegal Phoenix activity. Illegal Phoenix activity, which is what Eddie's doing, can involve breaches of directors' duties, including failing to prevent creditor defeating dispositions, fraudulent concealment or removal of assets, and fraud by company officers under the Corporations Act 2001. Penalties include large fines of up to 15 years imprisonment for company directors and secretaries. He's going in prison for life. I'm putting him there for life, both him and Alfred Mitchell and all the others involved in his family, and the Freemasons and the barristers and the lawyers and the banks and everybody in the corporation go in prison. And all the natives of the land, put them in prison straight away. Directors should be very wary of dishonest advisors who approach financially distressed businesses and offer to help restructure a company. That's what Eddie Mitchell did. Restructured my company, especially when the advice will enable business to continue trading without having any debts. The advice may advertently lead company directors to breach the law and engage in misconduct such as illegal Phoenix activity. That's what he did, and the barrister and the Freemason. They did exactly that, illegal Phoenix activity. Each person involved in the activity, including the pre-insolvency advisor, valuer, liquidator, and dummy directors, may be subjected to the same penalties as a company director or secretary if they aided, abetted, counseled, or procured a director to engage in illegal Phoenix activity or creditor defeating dispositions. And there's all the links there to go through to everything linked to that case. And that's the end of it there. At the end of that, and the S-sheet, that's how many pages? That's 95 pages there. 96 pages there. 96, page 96. And that's what it has come to. And the guy that I talked to tonight, he's money hitter. He can go ahead with Gregory Cook and Michelle Coco and Dennis Paul and also those other people who have got claims to go against the government in Wellington. But this is the real deal of 17 trillion there, stolen money. That's real money that's bought all those properties. I'm going to seize back under my name and our company, AOTEA AOTEA Limited of New Zealand, registered company, that Eddie Mitchell has stolen the company, restructured it in his Mitchell Family Trust, and now I'm going to restructure his Mitchell Family Trust back into AOTEA AOTEA Limited company on behalf of New Zealand taxpayers and native people born on the land, live today, that are born here, and also all the born people on their native land in 257 countries that I have listed, and you are a claimant in what I am saying. Okay, so there, I'm trying to find a video of that man. I'll go to my Facebook site and you'll see him there. I'll go there now and show you my diamond. and him talking about the, where is it, about the crypto. Where did I put it? Maybe that one, or that one, or that one. Where is it? Cross. I've lost it. Oh, here he is. Okay, I want you to hear this.
Everything that we think will be deployable. Remember, we've been talking about that for 12 years too, and very little's been done.
There's some tokens that I agree with you, but Bitcoin's based on a distributed ledger. It has all the characteristics of a store of value. It's immutable, it's scarce.
Totally untrue. It's
21 million.
Oh yeah, really? How do you know it's going to stop at 21 million?
Because
I mentioned this to people.
Satoshi.
Everyone says that. Well, maybe it's going to get to 21 million, and Satoshi's picture is going to come up and laugh at you all. Bitcoin itself is a hyped up fraud.
So what do you make then of BlackRock and other firms that are investing in infrastructure?
No, that's different. Blockchain is a technology ledger system that we use to move information. We've used it to do overnight repo, intraday repo. We've used it to move money.
Right.
So that is a ledger. That's a technology ledger type of thing that we think will be deployable. Remember, we've been talking about that for 12 years too, and very little's been done.
There's some tokens that I agree with you, but Bitcoin's based on a distributed ledger. It has all the characteristics of a store of value. It's immutable, it's scarce.
Totally untrue. It's
21 million.
Oh yeah, really? How do you know it's going to stop at 21 million?
Because
I mentioned this to people.
Satoshi.
Everyone says that. Well, maybe it's going to get to 21 million, and Satoshi's picture is going to come up and laugh at you all. Bitcoin itself is a hyped up fraud.
So what do you make?
It's a hyped up fraud. Bitcoin is a hyped up fraud. That's what I'm saying. It is.
Is a technology ledger system that we use to move information. We've used it to do overnight repo, intraday repo. We've used it to move money.
Right.
So that is
Used to move money.
Technology ledger type of thing that we think will be deployable. Remember, we've been talking about that for 12 years too. And
12 years you've been talking about
I
it.
agree with you, but Bitcoin's based on a distributed ledger.
Nah, bullshit.
Holding a dollar, you're selling that dollar and buying XRP. You're moving that XRP across the XRP ledger. You're selling the XRP and you're buying Mexican peso. So for us, in a world of hype, in a world of experimentation, we feel like XRP is the only digital asset really poised to solve
Experiment, he says. Just like the jab. Experiment.
Holding a dollar, you're selling that dollar and buying XRP. You're moving that XRP across the XRP ledger. You're selling the XRP and you're buying Mexican peso. So for us, in a world of hype, in a world of experimentation, we feel like XRP is the only digital asset really poised to solve a problem at scale, a global payments problem. Holding a dollar, you're selling that dollar and buying XRP. You're moving that XRP across the XRP ledger. You're selling the XRP and you're buying Mexican peso. So for us, in a world of
He's selling laundered money.
we feel like XRP is the only digital asset really poised to solve a problem at scale, a global payments problem. Holding a dollar, you're selling that dollar and buying XRP.
Yeah,
You're moving
laundered
that
money.
XRP across the XRP ledger. You're selling the XRP and you're buying Mexican peso. So for us, in a world of hype, in a world of experimentation, we feel like XRP is the only digital asset really poised to solve a problem at scale.
That's money backed by fraud, laundered money.
You're selling that.
They're literally trying to buy all the houses.
What happened? I can't get it to go. I might get my internet is stopped. It's just that where's the internet? It's gone off. Nope, the internet stopped. I don't want to alter my video because I wanted to show you some more and it's disappeared. That's terrible. English. Where's yeah, there's. I'll get it back again. Oh, it's gone. The internet's fallen off. Damn it. Hang on, I'll try and go and put it